Welcome to TASSTA webinars. I am very happy that I can present you today the company RugGear. And we know RugGear since many years on the market, and they are a professional smartphone, rugged smartphone provider. And and they do, compared to the others, they do many other unique things. So because they have also their own ATEX device that they are providing for different kind of segments and so on. And they are pushing really the borders on different directions that we can say, if you need a unique device, so you should definitely always consider it this one time to talk to RugGear. And I'm happy that I can welcome Martin today. Hello, Martin.
Hi, hello, Kabir. Nice to meet you, and thanks a lot for the invitation for the TASSTA webinar. We are really happy.
You are more than welcome.
Sorry?
You are more than welcome, Martin. So, Martin, how was 2020 for you so far?
Yeah, 2020 was a really good year. Yes, compared to the situation we have on a global base, we are really happy. So we could reach our targets more or less. But overall, it was a really, let's say, from economical side, it was a really good 2020.
Okay, excellent. That's outstanding, because most of the companies, they had some delays, and it's very good to hear that you could reach the things and things are in absolute good direction, because that's always meant that the company is driven very well from the management side and from the economy point of view and so on. So Martin, let's come to the topic. So give us a little bit background about RugGear.
Yeah, RugGear is a company, as you already explained, we are focused on rugged mobiles, and we started 2006 to create our own brand and start with rugged keypad phones, let's say. In the meantime, we are, let's say, selling on a global base. We established within this year a RugGear GmbH here in Germany, and I'm the CEO of it. So as we started as a rugged mobile device company, we are getting more and more into the specific niche market of push-to-talk, especially also mission-critical push-to-talk. And next to this, ruggedized devices, which can work inside this industry, we have also the same devices, not the complete portfolio, but part of the portfolio. As intrinsically safe, and this is another niche market of us. We are partnering with the company iSafe Mobile, and they are focused on the explosion-proof devices with ATEX, IECX, but also NEC standard and stuff like this for the US market. We are, as mentioned, working on a global base. Our production base is in China. We have the engineering capacity here in Germany, and in cooperation with the company in China, we are designing the devices and also doing the production, and we are selling or coordinating the sales from Germany.
Excellent. So show us the devices. Which one you want to start with? I mean, I see many different ones.
So we have a device which is called RG725, which is an, let's say, more or less device for push-to-talk. So it's consider is the push-to-talk application TASSTA on it. So it works perfectly. If I press the push-to-talk button, it comes up. It's very loud. It's very nice. I'm in a very not noisy environment, so you can hear it easily, and also in the noise environment, of course. And this device is specially made for push-to-talk. There is a dedicated push-to-talk button, which is a big one. Then it's very loud, as you can hear. Then we have a big battery inside with 5,000 milliamps. And a front speaker, so you easily can use this like a walkie-talkie. And what is also, I'm not sure if you can see, there is a rotary button for the channel selection. So this means this really made for push-talk. And on top there is the SOS button, so that this can be also loaded with lone worker protection application.
And I see that you can also, I mean, I remember you received also some design award for that, right?
Yes, correct. We also received some design award because it's really rugged, and it's also possible with this interface on the side that you can connect the device like here with a speaker mic. So and then it can be easily used like in a way of a two-way radio. Additionally, we have possibility to add let's say push-to-talk devices like this with a button and an earplug on side, and which is also used, especially from the police department. This is a body cam with an infrared possibility, so this can be all connected via this interface on the side.
Okay, that's beautiful. So that means you can also connect external camera to that device for making sure the surveillance and so on, and also it has additional, I think, video stabilization inside, correct?
Yes, absolutely correct. And there are also infrared diodes inside, so that it can be also it is working also in the darkness, let's say. Yes, correct.
And which IP standard does the device support?
IP 68. As usual, then it's all MIL standard qualified regarding 810G. Of course, the dual SIM inside, the Wi-Fi is inside. Then it's running on Android 9 currently, but the update will come in January to Android 10. So that means
that's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. Then up to date also from software side. Software itself is on our side. We have our own OTA solution and pushing regular the whole security patches which are requested by Google.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's already very impressive, Martin. This first device, because I mean, we know it in many projects that yes, which we are cooperating with different kind of partners, and they are mostly happy with that device. And because, as you said, it's very loud, it is rugged. It looks also nice because I feel it is it is really looking different, and it is it is also fully supported by our application. So let's continue to the next one.
Yeah, so the next one is also, let's say, a smaller one. If you can compare these ones, so this is a real handy device, let's say. So it fits very good into the pockets and stuff like this, but it's also having a big button, and it's loud, and also having a front speaker. So this is a device, it's called RG360 for standard, let's say, push-to-talk applications with a belt clip on the back. So everything is included here as well, also the SOS button, but it's not having the interface on the side like this. So this is more or less a kind of basic device, which also price-wise, then it's on a different range. So it's also running on the push-to-talk app. No problem on that. It's also with Android 9 at the moment, and will be updated to 10. Then we have another specific device, which is this one. It's called RG760. The RG760 is having two different modems inside. So one is for the standard LTE bands, the public ones, and then there is another one inside for the band 31, which is 450 megahertz. 450 megahertz LTE band is in Europe reserved for the BOS public safety, more or less. Yeah, so there are already some projects ongoing inside Europe. So it's in Spain, quite ahead from the other countries. And yeah, so this device is then also under mission critical push to talk, running on the requested QCIs and release 14, and yeah, so can fulfill all the requirements.
So the big antenna is for the LTE 450 megahertz.
Correct. So LTE 450 means, so theoretically the range is about 50 kilometers.
Yeah.
So there are not that many antennas needed to set up the infrastructure, and that's why we also need to have a bigger antenna.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we heard many things about that. Yes, that's, I believe, very unique from the company RugGear, that you are offering that kind of devices, because it's not only BOS, which is the German authority for the for the first, basically first responders in Germany. So it's reserved for full Europe. So yeah, as you mentioned, in Spain, and it will be the same in I believe also in other countries all around, whatever is in European Union, to support that range. And so this device can principally, you can use it for that range, but also on the other side for the standard ranges, right? I mean, you can be in a public network also.
Yeah, correct. So this is also the request. It's more or less a kind of hybrid device, because can support both. Both can run in parallel. It just needs to be maintained by the software. That's it. But the modems can really work in parallel. And so on the band 31, it's a data exchange. So that means all the voices IP related. And for the public bands, you can use it as a standard smartphone, let's say, with all the applications on it and stuff like this, because the police and firefighters and whatever, they also have applications on their own which they are using on a public network. So this can be implemented here as well.
And as the accessories which you mentioned before, are they all working also for all devices on the same way?
Yeah, correct. We also have the interface on this device, so we can also add the speaker mics, or we can add this plug-in device, whatever. So this is all possible with this device as well. And
also the camera.
The camera also, yes, correct.
Okay.
Because this is a request, especially from police departments or local police departments, and each device can be charged also by a desktop charger.
Yeah.
So that means the handling is this is the desk charger, where you can also charge an additional battery. So this is working like in a two-way radio style.
And does the device come in the package with this docking station and with the additional battery, or is it separate, let's say, accessory what the customers need to request?
So the topic is that we normally offer this alone, and but we also can do a bundle. It depends on the customer request. So in a normal situation and the standard price list is everything separated, but we are able also to bundle it according to customers' request. Because also we add, or we can offer as well as a six bay multi-charger for each device, so that you can charge 6 devices at one time.
Okay, and the accessories and everything, you are basically making the quality assurance that everything is working accordingly, and it is possible to request it also from you.
Yes, correct. So everything is on stock. Everything is tested completely. On our side, we have an outgoing inspection in China, and we have another incoming inspection here in Germany. So everything is at least 100% checked on our side.
Excellent. And I see there is another device I believe you want to present.
Yeah, there is a device. In principle, it looks similar. It's just not yellow, it's in red. That means this is an ATEX device. There is the ATEX on it. And so this device is completely differently developed from the scratch. So that means all the regulations regarding ATEX, IECX, and all the other local standards which we have in the world are implemented on the design directly. And we also have on this device the interface. It's covered now because inside the ATEX zone it must be covered, and there is a screw which I cannot open with my nails. It's too hardly locked.
Yeah. don't damage yourself.
It means all the accessories can be used as well. It can be also used inside the Zone 1 from customer side. It's also a standard Android device running on Android 9 will be also updated to 10. That means all the applications are running as well on those devices, and the final customer can use this inside Zone 1, Zone 2. These customers are mainly in the oil and gas, pharmacy, chemicals, also food for the powder, the dust powder house. Yes, exactly. So that we have also explosions, not only on gas side, also on dust side. Yeah, so this is, let's say, to round up the whole portfolio and to make it available for this specific industry.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to know, yes, that, okay, supporting Zone 1 and Zone 2.
Yes.
And how do you see the request? I mean, is it, what is the most request from the market? Is it Zone 1 or Zone 2?
Let's say on a global base, it's Zone 1. We have always the calculation that it's about 70% Zone 1 and 30% Zone 2, but it depends on the countries. So some countries, they have a different regulation from the legal point of view, and then they mainly go for Zone 2. But more or less, 2/3 are going, or even more than 2/3 are going for Zone 1, because then it's easy to handle. The workers can walk everywhere inside the company, and you don't need to take care if I'm in Zone 2 or Zone 1, so you can go everywhere. So this is the main topic.
Yeah, and do I need to decide before I purchase, is it Zone 1 or Zone 2?
Yeah, of course. So this is in the responsibility of each company. So there are regulations, and the companies need to have also a safety engineer, and he has to decide which part of the factory is Zone 2, which part is Zone 1, and yeah, so then he has also to decide which device he needs to buy.
Okay, excellent. I'm just asking. Good. So tell me, Martin, so all this, I mean, it's very impressive to see that all these devices are going to be Android 10 beginning of next year, because yeah, Android 10 is just, I mean, for us as a software provider and solution provider, it's much more convenient than Android 9. And Martin, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Your picture is away. I cannot see you anymore.
Wait, let me see. No one can see you now. Okay, now it came back. Yeah. So yeah, Martin. So it is very impressive to see that you are going to 10 from next year, early next year. So that's very good to hear for us, because Android 10 is much better than Android 9, at least for us as a software provider. And yeah, so we are looking forward to to cooperate with you in different kind of projects, and also, you know, in some indoor localizations and so on, maybe more. And so tell us a little bit, what are your plans for 21 or 22, if you are, let's say, open to discuss that topic?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Yeah, so the technology is moving, let's say. We are more or less at this moment, yeah, up to date, but let's say the request is going more into 5G topics, and therefore we are in discussion with some big companies regarding IoT topics, and here the request is 5G. So in 21, we definitely will come out with a 5G, at least one device, even more devices I expect. But this is currently already ongoing, and I see there is a big demand in future, and on the IoT side and also on communication side, there is say, from my point of view, something ongoing which is growing together. And that means with such a device, there can be handled many things in one device, where the situation at this moment is that people have to wear different kind of devices, and I think in future there will be one device can handle a lot more, which makes it easier. But yeah, so exactly, we are going especially into this area, and also always have in mind the push-to-talk market, the specific mission-critical push-to-talk market. Yeah, so this is our focus. Let's say we are moving away from the consumer devices. We are really focused on the industrial devices in the specific push-to-talk area, with the RugGear devices, and of course iSafe as well. But iSafe also have the focus on the intrinsically safe side, and here we also see the trend. It's the same into the IoT topics.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, that's yeah, we are always also happy to hear that you are going to 5G, because by the end of the day, now the 5G networks are coming, and it is an investment of the customer or of the end user. And principally, I believe we can agree that the devices can survive 3 to 5 years in a good way. And for that reason, it would be great if the devices are already 5G, they are supporting 5G already, that the customer doesn't need to think in 2 years to purchase maybe another 5G device or whatever, because it's already existent and it's supported.
Yeah, exactly. So this is absolutely correct. And yeah, so this is also the topic where we are facing some discussions with the customers, because especially in this niche market of ATEX, the customers are used from the, let's say, history that they're using the devices 5 years or even longer. And we have seen in the past that there is a quite fast movement on the technology, especially in the smartphone devices, and we have to secure that we still can deliver in 5 years the same device, because customers would like to have this, and this is our challenge as well, to get all the components over this long period. But this is exactly what we are doing, and this is the request from the customers we are having in the industry, on the standard industry, and also on the ATEX industry. Exactly, that's correct. And yeah, so but now it's time to move to the new technology. Yeah, I expect within 2021 we should offer something here, because yeah, it's already existing, partly, not completely, but partly. And yeah, so there will be more and more invests, as you said.
How difficult is it for your company to move from 4G to 5G?
What do you mean exactly?
I mean, is it a huge step, or is it principally exchanging maybe some chipsets, and it is, let's say, it is a reasonable way?
It is a reasonable way. Let's say our engineers are calling. For me, it doesn't matter. So I just need a different chipset. That's it. But of course, there's a little bit more behind.
Yes.
There's also more investment behind, and yeah, the topic is the technology is new. The technology is not at this moment that cheap, so that means there is more invest, and you need also to have customers they are willing to go for it. So this is the other topic, but we definitely see this. We have some leading customers on our side. They are also supporting us on this technology, and yeah, so they are more or less some key customers, and yeah, so this is a joint development more.
Yeah, I believe 100% that yes, if you want to be future-proof, sure, you need to invest into the future, and you cannot move as today and saying, okay, but that is the concept what works for the future. And yeah, Martin, thank you very much for all these updates and insights from the industry, and how you see the future, the next year's device coming, and your expectations. And let's say, okay, now coming to this point, I heard everything and I liked a lot what you are doing and all your devices. How can I reach out to you? How can I order some device from you? What is your, let's say, sales concept and strategy?
So our sales concept is pretty easy. So you just contact us via our homepages. There is a RugGear website and there is also an iSafe website. And yeah, so this is not available, let's say, distribution channels like others are doing, because our business is more or less project orientated, and therefore we do have our own sales team. And once you send over the request, and then you will be contacted by our sales, maybe locally, maybe also from our inside sales. It depends from which area you are calling or you are sending emails. But this will be then in a direct contact.
Okay, so if I want to know more about the devices, okay, we are going to forward you anyway if somebody contacting us. But usually, as a normal process, is that people are going on your web page and saying, "Hello, here I am, and I have a requirement or request, and I would like to talk to you." And somebody from your team is going to contact that person.
Yes, correct. So this is an official way. Yeah, of course, we are known also from personally from people, let's say, but the official way is contacting via our official sales contacts published on the web.
And maybe one last question, what might be interesting for our for the attendees is how do you manage the service? I mean, let's say if you have a service issue, so the people are sending you back, you have your maybe some of your repair centers around the globe. How are you organized in that regard?
Yeah, correct. So we have an online ticketing system, and this ticketing system is directly deciding where you are and sending the request directly to the local service office. So we have regional offices in the Southeast Asian region, in Middle East, in US, in Latin America, in Africa, and in Europe. So yeah, nearly everything is covered. From that point of view, it should be very easy, but this can be found also on the web.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's all perfect, and sounds like a well-organized environment with very good and rugged and robust devices. Again, we know RugGear since many years in different kind of projects, and it's good to have them with us because it's always it's ecosystem. So as a software, as a solution, we need the hardware, and as a hardware, there need to be a solution around it that makes it a full ecosystem and a perfect experience and use case for the end user. So thank you very much, Martin. It was a pleasure seeing you, and I see that you are safe, so that's also very good, and everything is okay. And thank you especially for all the information. I would say I hope to see you somewhere around the globe, maybe next year. And it should come, right? We are moving into the right direction. And I just can say thank you very much again, and stay safe. And I hope very, very good businesses, better than this year, hopefully for 21. And we are looking forward to your innovative devices, because I'm already excited to see, especially with the 5G devices, and see how they are performing and how they are running the next stage.
Okay, thank you very much, Javier. So I was really happy to get the invitation from you for the webinar. I hope you got some information from our product, portfolio, which is existing, and also what will be coming in future. Yes, I also have to say many thanks to you and your team, because my team mentioned already that it's always a pleasure to work with the team from TASSTA. It's working very well. And yeah, so as you mentioned before, the combination of the phones and the application is running perfectly. Customers are happy about it. And yeah, let's look into a bright future 21, and hopefully we can meet somewhere in the world, as you said. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Martin. See you soon.
See
Stay
you
safe.
soon. Stay healthy.
Bye. Bye.